Welcome to the Take 2 movie recaps. Today, we are going to do a recap of a suspense action thriller movie called Black Crab, released in 2022. The movie starts with a woman named Caroline Eth, who is stuck in a traffic jam with her daughter, Vanya. On the car radio, news of war and casualties in the country are being aired. As they are waiting, people start running back. Caroline gets out of the car, but as someone starts shooting, she gets back inside. Soldiers arrive, killing everyone in their path. One of the victims falls on the windscreen of Caroline's car. Vanya opens the door and tries to run away, however, Caroline stops and asks her to stay in the car. Caroline gets in the back seat with her daughter and pulls a blanket over them. But the soldiers find them and take Caroline's daughter away. Years later, an army officer finds Caroline in a train compartment full of soldiers. She mentions that it is not her stop, but the officer hands her new orders. As she walks down the streets, a woman offers her food. She asks Caroline if she can find out whether her husband is alive or not. She tells her to stop looking for him and head south. Meanwhile, Lieutenant Nyland arrives there to pick Caroline up. As he drives around, Caroline remarks it is not the way to the base. The lieutenant stops a car in a street and asks her to stay in the car. People in the street attack her, but Caroline manages to survive and drives to the base. Along with 3 other soldiers, Captain Forsberg briefs Caroline about the mission Black Crab, under the supervision of Colonel Rod, which requires them to skate over ice and reach Odo. Caroline resists as she thinks it to be a suicide mission. Everyone is dismissed but Caroline. Colonel Rod encourages her to take the mission as she will be reunited with her daughter. At night, Caroline and her team are provided the necessary ammunition and equipment for their mission and are asked to be ready at dusk. Caroline has a dream about her daughter, which is interrupted by heavy bombing on their base. Soldiers run through the forest and reach the road on the other side. Colonel Rod hands 2 boxes to Forsberg, which they have to deliver to the research center at Edo. Lieutenant Nyland is also to accompany them on the mission. As the base is destroyed, 6 soldiers slide on the ice, starting their mission. At dawn, they stop on ice, planning ahead. As they are about to begin moving again, the ice breaks and Captain Forsberg falls into the water. Realizing what had happened, Caroline takes her equipment off and jumps in the water. She manages to get Forsberg's bag but, unfortunately, is not able to save her. When they reach the shelter, after an argument, Nyland is decided as the new leader of the group. At night, Caroline wakes up to a distant sound. She goes out of the shelter and sees a soldier Karimi on the calms while a helicopter is approaching. They wake everyone up and hide in the forest, where Caroline pulls a gun on Karimi and informs everyone what she had seen earlier. Karimi tells them he wanted to contact his girlfriend at the base he was stationed at, but no one believes him. However, they decide to take him along. The group continues its journey. At night, they reach a point where hundreds of bodies are frozen in the lake. As they are sitting, catching their breaths, a helicopter arrives and starts firing at them. Caroline draws the helicopter towards her, which gives others a chance to disperse in the dark. Caroline manages to hide under a bridge, where the group joins her soon. After the helicopter is gone, Nyland suggests walking on land instead of ice. During their march, they find an old couple living in an apartment having dinner. The group joins them. Caroline drops a spoon, and as she bends to pick it up, she sees the gun under the table. The old man opens fire, killing Karimi and injuring another soldier named Malik. Later on, Karimi's girlfriend reaches back at the radio. Group realizes that Karimi was telling the truth. As the group moves on, Malik's injury gets worse. They stop at an abandoned ship. A soldier named Granvik opens the capsule box, which turns out to be a biological weapon. As Caroline clears the ship, she notices a light coming toward it. She also hears a gunshot from the hull. As the group gathers near Malik, they see that he has shot himself. Caroline leaves the ship and skates ahead. The ice is too thin, but she treads carefully. After a while, the ice starts to crack. Nyland and Granvik arrive there and throw her the rope, pulling her back to safety. Three of them then start crossing the thin ice again. This time, ice cracks under Granvik. They lay flat on the ice and are about to pull Granvik to safety when someone from the post ahead starts firing at them. Granvik, being the sniper, aims and kills the man shooting at them. The following day, Nyland leaves with bioweapons while the enemy attacks Caroline and Granvik. From the safety of the barack, Caroline and Granvik fight back. As Caroline is about to throw a grenade, she is hit, and the grenade falls from her hand. Granvik shoots the man but, in an attempt to retrieve the grenade, dies. Caroline then goes after Nyland. She shots him from behind to stop him and takes the bioweapon. Nyland tries to convince her to destroy the capsules as it will be the destruction of all of them. Injured Caroline is met with soldiers riding on horses. Later she wakes up in a hospital room in Odo. As she returns to her senses, Caroline is honored for her heroics. Lieutenant Nyland is also present among the soldiers. Caroline is promoted to second lieutenant and awarded the Medal of Courage and Medal of Honor. She then asks about her daughter and is told it was a lie, her daughter was not here. Enraged, Caroline attacks Admiral, but Nyland stops her and comforts her. After the doctor examines her, Caroline hides a scalpel. She meets Nyland and admits that he was right. They should have destroyed it. Nyland tells her it is too late. However, she manages to convince him as the virus has not been released yet. From a soldier, Nyland finds out the location of the laboratory where the weapon is stored. Caroline and Nyland kill the guards protecting the lab. Inside, they threaten doctors who take them to the weapon. Caroline attaches the vials to a grenade and is about to detonate it, but the doctor stops him, mentioning it would kill everyone at base. Nyland sees the security coming towards the lab and hits the evacuation alarm. He and Caroline put on the doctor's suit and leave with everyone else. Walking up the stairs, Caroline's stitches open up. However, Nyland helps her to get out of the base. Outside, she sits down and asks Nyland to book a seat for the two of them at one of the helicopters. As he leaves, security finds Caroline and surrounds her. Seeing that there is no way Caroline can survive this, Nyland gets on the helicopter. Caroline, on the other hand, walks up to the edge of the cliff and jumps down, detonating the grenade mid-air, while Nyland watches it from the helicopter. The end. Hope you liked the video. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you think about the movie.